get the best pictures of Mars, and sterile mice are made fertile again with the help of 3D printing. This is Science Wrap. Hello and welcome back to Science Wrap, the show where we feed you the tastiest new research from the world of science, all wrapped up in an easy to digest package. My name's Miriam, PhD and science lover. Now, when geologists want to study how a land formed, they might go to a particular site and take some high-resolution images that can be analysed in the lab later. They might even send those back to the lab via a smartphone or over bandwidth. But what about if your site is 54.6 million kilometres away, like on Mars? That's the problem that planetary scientists face. They're caught in this balancing act. They want to take really high-resolution photos, but they don't have enough bandwidth to send those back to their lab on Earth. As it stands at the moment, the HiRISE camera, which is mounted on the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, can send images with a resolution of about 30 centimeters. That's super detailed if you want to map out large features of Mars, like glaciers or valleys, but not so great if you want to inspect particular items like rocks. So how do you get higher resolution without creating massive files? The answer may lie in a paper published this week in Science Robotics. It's all about layering. Great for the cold months, but also great for reconstructing high-resolution images. The technique described in the paper is a form of super resolution restoration called Gotcha PDE TV. The basic idea behind super resolution restoration is that a camera captures roughly the same area or scene from slightly different angles or distances away. Each image the camera captures is a low-resolution, not quite true version of the scene. But by overlapping those images, you can use that extra non-redundant information that you get from the different angles to create a more truer version of the actual scene. Gotcha PDE TV is one particular computer algorithm to do this. What it does is it takes into account the general variation between the photos, as well as how much each pixel moves from one image to the next. The scientists in this paper demonstrated just how powerful the Gotcha algorithm was by reconstructing 8 images that have already been sent back from the Mars orbiter. And what they found is that using the algorithm, they were able to automatically detect around 5 times more features on the Mars surface. What this all means is that we're better able to understand the Mars surface from far away, but also we're able to predict which landing sites are going to be the best for future exploration on the surface itself. Okay, to something smaller and closer to home. These days, it seems you can 3D print just about anything, from fun ornaments to parts for machinery to potentially even food. But one area where 3D printing could make a huge impact is in the field of medicine. In a Nature Communications paper, biologists showed how they could restore fertility to sterile mice by 3D printing a kind of scaffold ovary out of collagen. Imagine the scaffold kind of like a woven mat. So the fibers of the scaffold can overlap at 90 degrees, 60 degrees, or 30 degrees. The little gaps between the fibers can house and protect a follicle or egg. The smaller the gaps, the tighter the egg is held, and the better the chance that the follicle will survive and develop into a young pup. Another key point is that the scaffold was built outside the mouse and then implanted into it. What this means is that it may be possible in the future to build organs outside the human body and then use them for transplantation. This offers great hope to people who have been made sterile through procedures like chemotherapy. Okay, that's a wrap on some of the science news from this week. Thank you as always for watching. Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!